Thank you all for joining us. I am DM Midgarin, joined once more by our cast of wonderful and affordable role players. And we have come to the end. While playing CyberPunk Red, we have done several miraculous and wonderful things. Lots of hijinks, but tonight is our final night for the game. We've done so much. We have stolen a low-orbit shuttle, and we have infiltrated several buildings, and we have racked up a surprisingly large body count for a covert mission. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and finish off with our finale of CyberPunk Red, the Heist.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's a perfectly reasonable body count.
Thank you for volunteering, Artie. We'll go ahead and start with you. So, Artie. You had just killed a just a clerk. No, it wasn't an accident. You rolled very low for your acting. We know we're not falling for your high school acting bullshit. You wanted murder, you got murder. So, Toxic is standing by the shuttle in body armor, guarding it out. Tink has infiltrated the security force as a guard and has turned on his fellow guard, with Max and him both shooting him dead. That has alerted the rest of the low-orbit space shuttle, which you currently inhabit. So, we will begin with the alarms blaring. The storage unit that you were looking for is still, packed away. So, Artie, what are you doing?
I believe Tink was mentioning trying to lock the security guys into the security booth. So she's going to go make sure that the door to the cold storage unit is closed and defend it, while motioning for Max to put the crate that they need onto the cart. And then she's going to grab her automatic rifle from the cart as she heads to the door.
All right. Tink, Max, what are you two doing?
I am trying to lock the security guards in the security room.
All right, go ahead and roll me an athletics check to see how fast you can dash over to that door before they open it up and open fire.
So I rolled a 15 athletics.
15. Tink, you make a small little dash towards the door. The door is still closed. If you can go ahead and give me a tech check real quick. A security tech check. We will go ahead and see if you can keep the door closed before they open up the door.
I rolled a 34.
Oh.
All right. So, go ahead and describe to me what you do.
So, I've done this quite a few times at this point. I see that they use the exact same system that they use down in Cyber Logistics. I pop it open. I plug in, use my little exploit that I've known that this has. I reset the door so it no longer opens for anybody. And I just wipe the sweat from my brows. I'm like, okay, that was fast enough.
The little light upon the door goes from green to red, and you have locked the security officers in the room. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
25.
As you're doing this, the alarms are still blaring, and you do see turning around the bend of the corner are 3 security guards. All 3 of them are armed. They spot you, and they raise their guns. And at that time, we're going to go back to where Max and Artie are and see what they're up to while you're doing all this. So, Artie, Max, what's up?
All right, so Max is getting the cart, trying to lower the crate that we're going onto the cart and make it and fashion it so that way we can fit the generator on there as well, and try to hook that up so it keeps that contents cool, so we can try and get the material out of here as quickly as we can. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, cool. So without Tink, can you go ahead and make me a basic tech check?
I rolled a 33.
33. Well, with your extensive medical background, you've seen containers like this before, cold storage. You know exactly where you need to plug it into. You turn everything on, and you make sure it's going to stay nice and cool for the journey back down to the surface. Artie, what are you up to?
Artie's going to kind of poke her head out of the door, since I didn't realize that Tink had to go to the security door. So she'll be kind of watching his back. And about how far away are those guards?
The guards are about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. She will go ahead and open fire on them.
All right, if you're going to open fire, go ahead and roll initiative.
Max rolled a 7.
Okay.
Already got a 9.
And Tink rolled an 8.
All right, with the guards, they rolled a 16. So the guards are going to go ahead and open up fire on Artie.
Do I get any kind of bonus for not actually being in the hallway yet?
You do get cover bonus, and it's a harder DV to hit you.
Okay, cool.
So the first hit is an 18, so that is going to hit you, dealing 6 points of damage. What's your armor?
11, I believe.
You take no damage from that.
Woo!
It bounces off your armor. The second attack is going to be a 14, which actually will miss you. The third is a 19 that will hit you, dealing 13 points of damage. So you're going to go ahead and take 2 points of damage, and your chest armor has now been reduced to 10 instead of 11.
10.
Okay?
Yep.
Fourth attack will miss. Fifth attack. So a 16 will actually hit you, 6 points of damage, which your armor absorbs, and a 16 again to hit you. 9 points of damage, which your armor absorbs. So you only take one shot.
Just a graze.
Just a graze. Alrighty, it is your turn. What are you up to?
Responding, opening fire.
What are you opening fire with?
Her assault rifle, which is named Ratatouille, because it goes rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, and I think I'm hilarious. That is going to be a 16 to hit these guys.
16 will hit.
20 damage.
Alright, 20 points of damage.
And just for the record, I have got one of her abilities going. It is called Spot Weakness. So basically it says, you've been trained to look for weak spots to damage, even heavily armored targets. Each point adds a +1 to the damage before armor of your first successful attack in a round. She has 3 points, and so they are all on that. So it's actually going to be 23 damage to her. So her first attack per round is going to be an extra 3 damage.
He takes damage. His armor does absorb some of it, but go ahead and roll for your second attack.
It's going to be a 14.
14 beats the 13 that you needed, so go ahead and roll for damage.
Whoop, whoop. This one's only going to be a 14 damage. It'll be this to the same guy.
Okay, Artie, go ahead and describe to me how you kill this person.
She's going to start off with since her ability is like a weak point, she's going to start off by like seeing maybe there's like a bit in the armor by the shoulder, and she's going to hit him there to make him like really like kind of hurt. And then she'll just, while he's still reeling from that, she'll just aim for the throat, get a quick clean kill in. And then she's going to step back kind of into the cold storage again to give herself some protection, because she likes not being shot.
Very smart. Tink, it is your turn.
Thinking that the guards still think I'm on their side, I'm gonna like start to charge at Artie until I get out of sight of them. And then as soon as I get out of the sight of them, I'm turning and aiming my shotgun for the door, ready for the next one to come around.
Max, what are you up to?
Well, while the gunfire is going on, I quickly pick up my agent. I'm going to hit up Toxic, letting him know that we have the package. Guards are coming, need assistance.
This is Toxic. How can I help you?
Toxic, this is Max. We need your help. Guards coming. We have package. Need you come help.
Okay. What kind of help we talking here? The shooty kind or the movie kind?
Does he hear the gunfire in the background as I'm hitting this agent? I'll say I'm doing that while the gunfire is going on. I can hear the shots in the background.
Okay, I'll be right there.
And my other action, I'm just finishing hooking everything up to make sure that its cart's ready to go. And I'm going to finish that up this round, and then I'll wait and see what happens next round. I'm thinking that's going to take me a little bit to get this all hooked up.
So the guards run down the hallway as you guys hold yourselves up in cold storage. Is the door open or closed, Tink?
I think it's still open then.
So as you keep the door open, one of the guards turns the corner, sees you. You see them. What do?
I pull the trigger on my shotgun.
Fire away.
I got a 14.
14 barely makes it. Go ahead and roll for damage.
I got a 25 for damage.
So the armor doesn't absorb that much of that, but it does absorb enough to keep him alive. He is bleeding out, and he's no longer on his feet. But he's going to try his best to aim his gun at you and fire at you. With a 15, he'll miss, and with a 19, he'll miss as well because of his negatives.
Nice.
Artie, it is your turn.
All right, so Artie is going to go ahead and take a couple shots. She will aim at the guy on the left first. See if we can kill him in one go. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
All right, and another 14 is going to miss. Since they are in such close range, Artie's going to, at the end of that, she's going to sling her rifle around like over her shoulder and pull out her pistol as she kind of steps back and tries to duck behind a crate.
Sounds very good. Tink, it is now your actual turn.
So has any of the other guard, because there's one more, has he came around the corner yet?
There are 2 guards at the door.
Okay. The second one that's not wounded, I'm going to fire at him.
Pull the trigger.
Trigger is pulled. And I got a 15.
15 will hit.
For only 8 damage this time, though.
You get the feeling that his armor absorbed most of the damage.
Right.
Is there anything else you can do?
I don't believe so. It's a one-shot fire.
All right, then. Max, the payload is loaded and ready to go.
I'm going to try to move up and find some cover as these guards are coming through the door. And if I can get a shot off at one of them, I'll shoot at the one he just shot at with my shotgun.
He shot at both of them. Are you shooting at the one that's bleeding out on the floor, or are you shooting the one that's barely hurt?
I'll shoot at the one that he just shot at that's barely hurt.
All right, go ahead.
Roll the 14.
That will hit.
22 damage on the one that he just shot at, the one he barely injured.
So, go ahead and describe to me how you end this person's life.
I'm running up toward the door. I'm looking for some cover. As I pop out, I'm just going to shoot the one that he just shot at. and I want to hit him, looking to shoot him right in the abdomen, shoot him dead.
It's a very brutal corner that you guys are doing right now. One guard down the hallway is dead, one guard is bleeding out, and the other guard his guts are all over the floor. The floor is now slick, and it is the last guard's turn.
All right, well, once that he goes down, I'm just going to try to yell out to my friends, the package is ready to go.
The last guard starts to scoot away using his legs, trying to get a little bit of distance because the gun is not accurate at close range. He scoots about 15 feet away from you guys, and he starts to pull the trigger. With an 18, unfortunately, that's not going to do well because he gets a -3 because he's bleeding out. And his final shot is a 13, which will miss outright. You see the gun's shaking in his hands. He does not have long for this world. And speaking of long for this world, Artie, it is your turn.
About how far away is he from her?
15 feet.
She'll take a couple steps forward and take a shot with her pistol. It's going to be a 17 to hit him.
17 at point blank range will hit. Go ahead, roll for damage.
It's going to be 25 damage if you add in the +3 from spot the weakness.
We'll add that. So go ahead and describe how you end this one's life.
When she's in a big firefight, she doesn't like to waste time, so she just aims for the head.
All right.
And obviously hits it.
So, executioner style, you shoot him in the head, and he goes down, moving no longer. The road is clear for the moment, and while this firefight is going on, Toxic, what are you up to?
I was actually wondering, do any of the guards that we killed back on the shuttle have anything like grenades on them?
Not that you can tell. Not a very smart idea in the environment that you're in.
What do I find on them? Or have they been cleaned out already?
You find their guns, their armor, and agents, and you also can find some personal effects.
Is there anything on the ship that I can maybe use? Like anything that has like a high volatility to being shot?
There are cleaning chemicals, but... So if you're looking for volatile chemicals, go ahead and roll me a demolitions check to see if you can identify volatile chemicals.
I rolled an 8.
Just looks like a bunch of cleaning supplies.
How about a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, you can find a fire extinguisher.
I'm going to grab that and take it with me.
All right, you grab the fire extinguisher and you run out of the ship. Where do you head to?
I'm headed to the bay to where Max called for me.
All right. So you run down the hall. You see a sign that says cold storage. Turn to your left. You turn that way. You turn down another hall. You see 2 bodies just covered in blood. The floor is covered in blood. And you see Tink, Artie, and Max all pushing a cart down the hallway, heading towards you. What do y'all do?
Artie's just trying to help get the cart back to the ship so we can take off and get out of here.
I will be double checking that the item is stabilized with the plugged into the generators.
All right, I'm just going to do my best to cover them from where I'm at to make sure that nobody like tries to creep up on them or anything.
All right, Max is just pushing the cart, so he's trying to push it not too fast, but fast enough to know we don't have much time. We need to get out here as quickly as we can.
If Tink and Max want to push the cart, Artie will continue to play firepower. She'll watch their backs.
All right, I need everybody to go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Artie got a 21.
Max rolled 13.
I got an 18.
Toxic rolled a 13.
All right, Artie, Tink, as Max is pushing down the cart, Tink, you're looking at the system, make sure everything was set up. It looks like Max did everything perfectly, what he's supposed to do. Toxic is looking around, but you and Artie, Tink, you guys notice that more guards are on the way. And as you guys turn the corner to head towards the docking station 1, another set of guards appears around the back corner, about 20 feet ahead of you. And then you hear shouting, more guards are on the way. You can stand here in the corner and fight and be caught in the crossfires, or you can get out. What do you guys want to do?
Get out.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that option as well. Getting out sounds positive.
Can I see the guards coming?
With Artie and Tink pointing them out, yes, you can see them.
All right, in that case, I am going to roll the fire extinguisher down the hallway and shoot it and give them a smokescreen type cover.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
That is an 18 with the Jolly Roger.
How far did you throw the fire extinguisher down the hallway?
What's the distance to get it behind them from where I'm standing? I can't see it on the map.
25 feet.
That's good for me.
Okay. So with an 18 at 25 feet, you do miss the canister. The bullet ricochets off. What are the rest of y'all doing?
All right, Max is going to follow suit behind Artie and Tink and try to get out with the cargo, hopefully.
Okay, Artie?
Artie's actually behind Max, and she's just kind of pushing the guys along. So are they coming like at like a is it like a T kind of shape where they're coming at the corner and we're going straight?
So you guys are heading towards docking bay 1, so you're going to have to make a turn to get to the docking bay 1. The guards are coming is going to appear from around both corners at the far end of each hallway. So where the cold storage was and all the way to the north. So they're going to be the furthest away. So what you need to do is you need to get to that spot, that T right there, before they get into position and open up fire. Or it's
Okay, I see. So it is technically a T. We're just trying to turn into like the vertical bit of the T
correct.
to get out of there. Okay, gotcha. Right. Yeah, so she's just going to keep pushing the others, and if we get, like you said, the closest guards are 25 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
As she's running, she'll holster her pistol, switch back to her assault rifle, take a couple shots as we're rounding the corner.
Okay, so
try and at least negate some of them.
I need everybody that is trying to escape to go ahead and make me an athletics check to see if you can get to the T before the guards get into position. So,
Max rolled 11.
11.
Tink rolled a 17.
Toxic rolled a 14.
Already got a 25.
So, Artie, you are just pushing them along, trying to get them out of the way. Unfortunately, Max and Toxic start to drag behind. What do you do?
If it looks like Max is dragging because of the cart, she's going to just start helping push the cart if need be, just to get them to go faster.
So combined, you guys are able to make it around the bend of the T before they get into position. You guys head towards the docking bay 1. You see the shuttle. It doesn't have the landing gear down, so the door is kind of catty-cornered to the side. How do you load the vehicle up? And what do you do with the door leading to the docking bay?
My suggestion is that since the cart's probably not going to get through, so I want to ask Artie and myself to, I need her to be free. So I just needed to, and we have the generators too that we need to carry as well. So 2 of us should carry the package. The other 2 should carry the generator to make sure it stays connected to the cargo, so we can just hand carry it as quickly as we can to the door.
We got the cart off the ship, so why can't we get it back on?
Oh, I don't know if we're going to fit it through this door. That's what I'm worried about.
Right, but like we've literally been
your way.
Well, no, I'm asking the GM, not you, because we've
already fit it through this door.
You can fit it through the door with the cart quite easily.
Okay.
Pushing the cart.
Yeah.
I was asking, what are you doing with the docking bay door? Because you're still being followed by the guards.
Oh, so like the actual hangar door, basically.
Yes, the hangar door, not the shuttle door. What are you guys doing with the hangar door?
Okay, that's why I was.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I think it's best to get that open. I think that's what we're saying here.
No, it is open. That's the problem.
We need to get the door closed, I think, is what we want to do, right?
Maybe, if that's what you guys feel like you should do.
I'm asking the group, not the GM.
Why would we want to get it closed? We're trying to fly out, aren't we?
We also want to slow them down so they're not trying out and trying to shoot.
Oh, that door. I thought you meant the hangar door to fly out. Okay.
No, there's no hangar door. This is just, you're on a helipad right now. There's no door. The only door is leading into the station.
So the door between us and the guards is what you're saying.
The door between you and the guards, what are you guys doing with that door?
That needs to get
the door.
shut. And that's my job, yes.
Shut the door.
All right,
Now that
Tink.
we're all
I
on
am
the
the
same
expert
page.
door shutter.
You are the expert door shutter. I need you to go ahead and roll me a security tech check then.
I rolled that, and I got a 27.
You're able to plug in your little system, and the door shut once more. So the docking bay door shut. You do hear the sounds of gunshots in the hallway, and the door you do hear like metal upon metal the doors being struck. You guys go ahead and get the cart loaded up.
Yep, and Artie will go ahead. She's gonna assume Toxic and Max are working on that while she gets the shuttle. She's gonna get the landing gear going. She's gotta.
Well, unfortunately, because the landing gear never was opened and the ship is just kind of standing on, you can't actually do anything with the landing gear. It's just going to break the shuttle. You're going to have to lift the shuttle up without the landing gear.
All right.
So it's going to be a slightly more difficult check to do.
Sounds about right. She's still gonna just start her pre-flight check.
All right.
While the guys are loading up and stashing, hopefully, the storage safely.
Is there any other shuttles or anything out here? Or was this the only shuttle?
It's a few shuttles.
I thought it was just the one.
Not on your docking bay. There's 3 other docking bays.
How far of a run over to the next shuttle would it be?
You can't actually run to the docking bays. There's no path to run to the docking bays.
Okay.
Will you guys secure this, and then Max will run up to the cockpit as well to help Artie if she needs it.
So who is securing the crate into the shuttle?
I can secure the crate into the shuttle.
Okay.
And since Artie is the pilot, I will take over as hanging my gun out the door until we're completely in the air.
Sounds good. All right, so Toxic, please go ahead and roll me a basic tech check.
A 7.
Toxic, you believe that you have strapped it down as best as you can. The only thing left to do is to sit back in the cut. Done, son. Tink, you don't see anybody successfully opening the door. Max, Artie, go ahead and make me an air vehicle check. You both can make the same check.
Max rolled a 14.
I already got an 18.
Thank God for Artie's 18. The propellers start to whirl. Without the landing gears, it's quite difficult So what happens is that the ship starts to teeter, and it slips off the docking bay and starts to plummet down. After about 100 to 200 feet, you guys start to level out, and you're airborne, and you start to fly away. As the ship takes off, Max, you see the red blinking light. Obviously, someone's trying to call you.
I'll let her handle it. Just point it out. Comms again.
She'll hit the button to see who's calling.
The Zod class, please turn back around and return your stolen goods, or we will initiate chase.
Not stolen. They're on the docket. Have a good one.
The Zod class. So your payload is, as far as one of you knows, is secure. Tink, Max, Artie, Toxic. What are the four of you doing?
Artie's flying the shuttle.
All right. Well, when she has, I know she's confident herself, so she can fly. I'll go check on the payload to make sure everything's okay.
All right. Toxic.
I'm just sitting back in the cut, thinking about how I'm going to turn this into an amazing song when I get back.
Tink, what are you up to?
Is there any duct tape on board, or any kind of things I can bind somebody with?
There is duct tape on board, yes.
Okay. I would like to strap my own hands with duct tape.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put a piece across my mouth, but then like unfold it just enough.
All right.
And then I want to call them back, and I'm still dressed as a security guard, and try to yell, "Don't fire! They have a hostage."
Go ahead, roll basic tech check.
Are you using our comm system, or are you using your own stolen agent?
If the agent could contact, I'd probably prefer to use that, but I don't know if we're at a range or anything like that. I got a 16.
So using your agent, you contact the last number that called you. Screen pulls up. It's two guys locked in a security booth. They look over at the agent, look down. George, is that you?
Yeah, don't fire. They got a hostage.
Where's your location? Where are they heading to?
I don't know. And just like act like I roll over and hang up like I get hit.
Okay. So Max, as you head to the back, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
16.
16. Where it's strapped down, it's actually not attached to anything, and it looks like Toxic had accidentally tripped over one of the wires, and the crate has been unplugged for probably about the last 5-10 minutes.
I like to replug everything back in,
Okay.
make sure everything up, and then secure the package. Which tech do you want? Basic
Tech. Yep.
I rolled a 19.
19. You're definitely able to strap everything in, get the wires put into the correct locations, and everything looks good. Artie, while Toxic, Tink, and Max are in the back, what are you doing by yourself up there in the cockpit?
She's going to pull out the burner agent, and she's going to reach out to Copperhead.
Okay.
She'll just send him a quick text.
And what is your text?
Payload secure, en route to the rendezvous.
A couple minutes go by. You get a text message.
Is it on my phone or the burner?
The burner.
Okay.
Morro.
She'll look it up. She'll look at it.
Morro Rock, and it gives you coordinates.
All right. She will put Morro Rock in her sights then as a destination.
We're throwing that burner out in space, or?
No, we may need it.
Artie, another message comes to you, this time through your personal agent.
All right. She will check that.
It's a picture.
Oh, fancy.
Mm-hmm. It's a picture of an individual overlaid with a musical note.
Oh, which note?
A sharp.
Ooh. And who's the picture of?
I'll text you.
Okay. She will respond, copy that, and pocket the agent.
So Artie, you put your phone down, and you start to head to Morro Rock. The four of you, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Already got an 18.
Toxic got a 23.
Tink?
Got a 27 on Tink's perception.
Artie, that blinking dot is back. And Toxic, Max, and Tink, as you're all looking around, you see that you're being followed by another shuttle. What do y'all do?
When I see the blinking dots back, I'm just going to keep acting like I'm tied up and I'm George. I looked at my name tag, I think.
Okay.
I'll head back up to the cockpit and tell Artie that we're being chased, basically.
All right. This is a little cargo shuttle, right? There's no actual weapons on board this ship.
That is correct.
Not a weapons system. Okay. Let's do some fancy flying, I guess. So Artie's first thought is to kind of maybe show a little bit of a scuffle. She's just gonna wave Tink up to the front because he's been the one who's been communicating. I'm gonna have you answer this. Just let them know that you managed to take control and tell them we can set down on Morro Rock and they can join you.
So I'm gonna dust off my uniform real quick, undo my tape.
Tell them that you've got me. Just tell them that I'm the one flying still. The others are dead and you've got it under control and they can meet up with us here to apprehend me.
Okay, so then I'm gonna point my gun at you while I sit in the passenger seat, and I'm gonna hit answer the call. I'm like, hey, got it under control here. I managed to free myself, and I got the pilot. Gonna take it down into the city here and land her on Morro Rock. Just meet us down there.
George, copy. Why Morro Rock? Why can't you just come back to the station?
This thing's injured. This thing's like not flying right according to the pilot. I don't know if I believe her, but that's where we're heading.
This is not going to be a happy landing, just so you know. If I wasn't on board, I'd make this so much worse for you.
Tink, go ahead, roll me a persuasion check.
Artie's trying to like help him by being obstinate over the comms.
Not enough though. I rolled an 11.
The line goes dead.
Make like we do crash landing, Morro Rock, yes.
I can do that.
And the ship starts to take damage. Artie, I'm going to need you to give me a air vehicle check to see if you can get away from this.
Avoid them? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, boys and girls.
Is me helping her do anything?
You can roll as well.
Oh, no.
I'm also in the cockpit with her, so I'm up there just trying to help her pilot the ship.
All right.
So I rolled a 14.
14.
Oh, 13.
13. With your combined checks, you're able to fly fairly steady. Unfortunately, you're not able to get away from this. You see more rock closing in on you, but they're probably going to shoot you down before you get there. I need you both to make me one last pilot air vehicle check.
Like, are we still like coming out of orbit, or are we like out of orbit, and like is there a possibility that Artie can try and shake him off by like getting down near the water, like using that as like a, like, you know, when like boats go through the water and they like shoot up the water behind them, can she like skirt the surface of the water to kind of like provide a screen?
I will allow that, yes.
Cool.
You just gotta roll high.
17?
Hey, very nice. So, Artie, go ahead and describe to me how you lose the shuttle at the last minute.
So she's heading down towards Morro Rock, and she's just gonna kind of skirt the surface of the water. Her dad was actually, he used to ferry people from an island to the mainland, and so she's, you know, when there wasn't passengers, he kind of used to do this kind of with her when she was a kid. So she kind of like a speedboat, just kind of gets the shuttle real low to the water surface, and just kind of goes in a bit of a zigzag and just sprays up as much water as possible before shooting off in a straight line to go straight around to the other side of the island and kind of try and find a good hiding spot.
You believe as best that you can tell is that you lost them. Morro Rock is more or less a giant construction site. So you're able to land the ship. You're able to land the ship inside the construction site. You're going to hide it as best you can. So go ahead and roll me, Max and Artie, go ahead and roll me a conceal or reveal object check.
Yes. It's going to be a 16 from Artie.
A 12 from Max.
All right, Artie. Very nice. Go ahead and tell me, how do you conceal this shuttle away from everybody?
She's just going to kind of maybe try and find a, like, is there like a warehouse maybe where parts were kept? She's going to try and just slowly ease the ship into that and use the shadows and whatever remains of the building itself to conceal the shuttle. And then she's going to instantly power the shuttle down once she's landed, just in case they've got some kind of heat seeking or whatever. She's just gonna try and
whatever warehouse or wherever she's landed, does it have doors or anything?
But it's got a big enough space for her to land and like
hangar type door or any type doors.
You don't see hangar doors. It's the building that she chooses is very derelict, so she can get the shuttle in. It does have a roof that will conceal you guys. Yes. So, Artie, you set the shuttle down. You turn off the engines. As far as you know, you haven't been followed, but now you have to make it to the rendezvous point on foot.
And how far away is the rendezvous point?
About half a mile.
Okay. I imagine she tried to. Actually, she's just going to use the burner phone.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to use that agent to figure out her precise latitude and longitude.
Okay.
Send that to Copperhead. Say, we've got at least one tail, current location, insert latitude, longitude here. Please meet us here. Basically requesting they move the rendezvous a little bit if possible.
Silence for a minute. What do y'all do on the ship?
While she's doing that, I'm heading back to the cargo. I'm going to start getting it ready so we can get it off the ship.
Okay. Tink? Toxic? What are you two up to?
Guess I'm just opening the door and checking out our immediate area, making sure that we didn't immediately get followed.
So Morro Rock, back during when the corporations were in full power, was turned into a giant construction site to build ships, to build orbital satellites. But during the time of the Red, it's fairly derelict. You see towers, you see different buildings in different levels of disrepair, and around the ground, you find that this is probably some type of hangars. You see engine parts, you see different tools, but a lot of it is rusted, and most of it has been left to basically the ages of time.
All right. Once I make sure everything's ready to go, we'll come out and look to see if there's any carts in this place that we're at, that we can load this thing on and instead of having to hand carry it.
You have the cart that you came in with.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll use that.
Okay.
Everything's there, so once we get there, I'll just ask Tank for some help to help bring it out.
Right. I'm looking for something that's a little bit more than a cart. Is there anything in this warehouse you said that
most of
the abandoned? So
yeah, most of the things that you see hasn't been in use for about 20 years. The chances of it actually working is slim to none.
I know nothing should be working, but I'm pretty good at getting things working.
Okay.
So if there's anything around that I could try to repair quickly, if there's anything that just needs a jump start and a quick little spray of WD-40 or whatever the modern equivalent is.
DW04.
Go ahead, roll me a perception check. Why not?
I rolled that, and I got a 20.
So in the back of the warehouse, you do find a forklift. It's rusted out. The tires are flat. You're not sure if it actually is going to run. And you're pretty sure a family of rats have once used the seat as a nest.
Okay. Well, one step at a time, pop the hood of this thing and see if I can't get any kind of crank out of it.
I'll say go ahead and get me a basic tech check. The DV is going to be very high.
Hey, if Maeve can fix a fucking train, Tank can fix a car, right?
Well,
depends on his
really
role.
I'm really good at advanced check things like cyber tech and security, but basic tech, I rolled a 10.
Try as you might, it's just not going.
Right. It was just something for me to do while everybody else was figuring out what they were doing. So,
Right. So Toxic already has landed the shuttle in a derelict hangar. It doesn't seem like you're being followed anymore. At the moment, Tink is working on a broken down forklift, and Max has tried to unsecure the cart so he can wheel it out. What are you up to, buddy?
I'm just addressing the group while we're working. You know, I'm helping out where I can, and I'm just talking to them, and I'm just guys, I'm really surprised that we made it through this. That was insane, right?
Pretty normal.
Artie, how are you feeling right now?
She's a leaf on the wind. And now she's gonna step away from the cockpit just in case. And she's just kind of waiting for a response on the burner phone as she paces near the cockpit.
Max?
Did we notice this? That she looks can we tell that she looks like that?
That she looks calm.
That she's
and
pacing?
is just
Yeah, you see her
waiting.
pacing.
Yeah, she's just waiting for a response. She, while you were in the back, she sent a message on the burner agent, requesting that the rendezvous get moved to their current position rather than half a mile away where it is currently. So she's just waiting on a response from that.
Oh, okay.
So she's not antsy or anything. She's just waiting on a response to see what we need to do.
Max, how are you feeling right now?
Max is as cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. Okay. And Tink, I'm assuming a little frustrated right now.
yeah, I mean, more modern things are his thing. I'm trying to fix up something this old is not really his thing. He's frustrated that he can't fix it. He's normally able to fix most things.
Okay. Artie, you get a message back on the burner agent.
Mhm.
5 minutes.
She'll just respond, copy.
So you have 5 minutes until Copperhead arrives. Is there any last minute preparations you guys would like to do?
Where is everybody currently?
Currently, I'm still in the shuttle, in our aircraft, getting ready to cart this thing out so we can be ready to go to make the exchange or drop off or whatever we need to do. So I'm just doing that.
And where's Toxic? Is he just lounging about still? And more importantly, is he live streaming again?
Oh, are you actually addressing?
She's looking.
Oh, I'm over there trying to help Tink get this taken care of, but no, I'm not live streaming or anything. I'm just
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were outside the shuttle.
no, I'm not really. I'm just trying to be useful at this point.
Okay. Since the rendezvous got moved, Artie's gonna move outside the shuttle. She's gonna kind of keep an eye out, make sure that nobody follows into the hangar. Head over to the boys. Hey, you guys might want to change out of the petrochem gear. Just FYI, the rendezvous is coming to us. 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, Max will get him back in his combat gear, have his gun ready to go for just in case something goes south.
She was more telling the Toxic and Tink that she was suggesting they get out of the petrochem gear. That way the rendezvous people don't think that they are guards.
That's okay. I'm still going to get in my combat gear for just in case.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tink
I think it's a pretty
probably
good
already
idea.
changed. At least his hat back, so he's gonna do the full thing now.
Toxic is just gonna strip out of his gear and he's like he's gonna talk to the group and be like, hey guys, I know this is a little unorthodox, but you think maybe we should take a picture together, maybe commemorate our first and probably last job together?
Is he doing that while naked?
Is that even a question?
It is a question. Is he currently naked?
I have no shame, but no, I'm not completely naked.
Not completely, so you're like
Just
mid-changing
sure.
still?
Yeah, mid-changing.
All right. In that case, Artie she'll be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And she'll slide up to him and shoot him in the head. I'm so sorry.
Roll a
That
weapon.
answers my question.
Roll a weapon attack.
17,
Roll for damage.
23.
Toxic. What's your maximum health?
35.
So, if you're aiming for the head, you take -8 to the check. At point blank range, you rolled an 11.
Okay.
So you miss. The gun goes off next to your head. What do you do?
I just kind of stagger back away from her. I'm like, Artie, what are you doing? Why?
I'm really sorry. You have your job, I have mine.
But I thought
She's going to try and shoot again.
Can I
Tink's gonna draw
dodge?
his shotgun.
Can I dodge or evade or something?
So, Artie can roll, and then you can invade.
Okay.
17.
19.
Toxic, you dive out of the way behind the forklift that Tink was working on. You're safe for the moment.
Tink, don't get in this. This is part of my job.
I'm just backing away, gun aimed at in between both of you.
I'm gonna take
Just
this
covering my own
opportunity.
ass.
I'm just gonna take an opportunity and maybe try to persuade her to like not try and kill me again.
All right. What do you say to her?
Artie, I don't understand. Like, why are you trying to kill me? I thought you were a fan, and I thought we had something going on here.
Nothing personal. It's just a job.
And there's no way that you'll let me go.
No, I'm not. I can't.
I understand.
I'm really sorry.
Can I at least have a last moment to like take this in before I die?
As long as you don't move your hands towards a weapon.
I'm behind the forklift, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna draw my pistol and throw it out into the dirt where she can see. And I'm unarmed. I'm coming out.
Okay. She's still got her pistol raised.
I'm gonna peek out a little bit from behind the forklift. Like, are we cool for just a moment?
We're cool for a moment.
He's gonna slowly like take out his mobile and he's gonna open up a video and he's gonna be like, it's gonna be facing himself and he's gonna start talking to his fans. He's like, well, all things must come to an end, guys, and I wanted this wonderful journey to go on for as long as possible, but even though the song is ended, the melody lingers on. And he's just gonna leave it playing and he's gonna nod at Artie and close his eyes.
She will aim for the head again.
You don't need a roll this time. You shoot him right between the eyes. Max, Tank, the sound of the gunshot echoes through the hangar. Toxic body hits the ground just as Copperhead and a group of individuals walk through the door.
I'll walk up to Artie, and this time I actually call her by her name. Artie, business done? Yes?
Business done. She'll turn to Copperhead, nod to him. Afternoon, boss.
Gives you a wide, creepily ear-to-ear smile. Artie, I always can count on you.
Yes, you can.
Do you have the package, boys?
It's on board.
Package is here, boss. And I point to it. I bring it over, yes?
Yep.
Very well. Then I'll go back to the cart, and then I will move it over to Copperhead, and I nod at Artie.
Artie's gonna go and she's gonna go turn the live stream off.
I did like that, boy. Don't get me wrong.
So did I.
But
This is business, boss. Yes.
well, like I said, the client paid for all the benefits. Needed a fall guy. Tink, would you take these gentlemen into the ship? Show them where to load the explosives? Max, take Toxic in the ship.
Right away, boss.
Right away, boss.
I'm gonna talk to Artie real quick and be like, you can at least let me know. I figured he was gonna have to go, but it's not easy when you just start shooting out of nowhere and then just pass by.
Artie's going to she's just gonna kind of nod to Tink as he walks by. She's gonna hand Toxic's agent over to Copperhead.
He takes it and puts it in his jacket pocket. He grabs out his agent and does a quick scan of the crate. Well, that's a beauty. That's definitely a beauty.
Everything is in place, boss. No problems.
Tank, go ahead, roll me a demolitions check.
I rolled a 12 on my demolitions check.
Okay. You instruct him to place it around where the ship is. You hook up the wires. You set everything up to a code. Well, looks like we have to finish up our business. Had a little bit of a rough patch a few times, wouldn't you say? He walks over to you, Max, places a head to his temple, and pushes in, and a chip pops out.
Hold out my hand.
There you go, Max. As promised, the location of your brother.
Thank you, my friend. I shall never forget this. I hold out my hand for him to shake it.
He does not shake.
Very well. And then after I get what I need, I just walk up to Artie, and without her really knowing, I'm just going to give her a hug and just say, "Good job."
She's just kind of, when you like hug someone and like, but you wrap around their arms. That's kind of what she's doing. She's just like, oh, okay, I'm here. She wasn't expecting that.
Gotcha. Tank, there you go. Hands you a chip from his breast pocket. Paid in full.
Mhm.
Thank you for your service.
Can't wait for next job.
Don't worry. It's coming quickly. And little Artie.
She'll look up.
He hands you 2 chips. Payment and your new identity.
She's going to hug them.
You're a free bird. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Fly the fuck out of here.
No, first, we need drinks, yes?
Well,
Something tells me there aren't drinks on this island.
nope, but there is a ship, there is a boat, and you all can take a ride with me to shore. Won't leave you here on this rock.
Perfect.
Think it's time for us to have our own private celebration, yes? I buy drinks.
He pulls out Toxic's agent and turns it on, and he places it on the ground. They'll be able to track that to this location. Once they get there, we'll blow the whole thing, make it nice and clean. Sounds good?
No loose ends.
All is in good order.
Copperhead invites you onto his ship. There you have a small little celebration. There is drink. All the while, he's looking on his agent, just waiting. And about halfway through the trip, he presses a button. You all hear an explosion off of Morro Rock. Well, all that's left to do is just to spin the story, and we're all done.
While they're on their trip, Artie is going to be listening to Toxic's music in one of her ears.
Okay.
Just like as background noise.
He'll drop you off at Little Europe, let you all depart from the boat, gives you one of his patented ear-to-ear smiles, and he takes off into the night.
Well, it was a pleasure, guys. I'm going to head home, I think.
Yes, it was very fun, much fun. It was good. I am glad I met you. If you ever need friend like me again, don't be afraid to call on me.
Will do.
Same. You ever need some doors closed, I'll be there.
Yeah. If I had a door at my house, maybe that would be, I might, if I ever get doors at my house, I'll let you know. How about that?
All right.
She's going to offer a handout to each of them. And then she will turn and start heading across the city to Haywood Industrial.
Okay. Max?
We'll head over to Sergey's to thank him and make arrangements to pay my dues. And then I will go and see my brother's lover and wife and then make sure to give her the information that we need to get him out of where he needs to go and assure her that hopefully he'll be free soon.
Tink.
Tink will hop into one of the local bars and he'll keep an ear out, listening to conversations, listening for his next job.
Not all endings of stories are going to be happy, but it is the nature of Night City. As the sun rises, the night goes away. But a small little shop in the glen opens up, and a small young woman with purple hair and cat ears walks through the door. Artie, you're at Jack's armor shop. What are you up to?
She's gonna walk straight up to the counter. Good morning, Jack.
Morning, Artie. Did you hear the news?
What news?
That person that you showed me, the musician rocker guy, Ticket? Ticket, yeah, the rocker boy that you showed me the other day.
Toxic.
Yeah, Toxic. Did you hear what happened to him?
No, what happened?
Oh, apparently he stole a shuttle and then crashed it into Morro Rock. Apparently on some drunken drug trip. I don't know. It's all over the news.
Oh, well, I've moved on. I don't give a duck about Toxic. Speaking of, can I get one of those ducks? She'll point to the top shelf.
He looks up. Are you sure you want a duck?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like a duck.
He rolls his eyes. Whatever, Artie.
Oh, also, can you repair my armor?
That's more like it.
And she'll hand over the armor bit.
He gets out a little step stool, climbs up. This one?
Yeah.
All right. He walks down the ladder, puts the duck on the table, grabs the armor, Anything else there, Artie?
Nope.
All right.
I'll actually pay you this time, though.
I like to hear that. I like the sound of that. He gives you a price, and he tells you can pick up the armor in 2 days.
Sounds like a plan. She's going to pay him, hug her duck, and go find some food.
Are you getting kibble?
Fuck no. She's getting fresh food. She got 20,000 units. She's going to splurge a bit for at least a short while.
Thank you all for listening. This has been the Sunday Nights, and we have presented to you CyberPunk Red, the Heist. If you did enjoy the story, please don't forget to like, comment, and share. And we'll see you next time on Sunday Nights. DJ, play us out.